Let's Keep It a Buck was called out this past weekend, yo. I don't know if y'all saw, but Let's Keep It a Buck was under some light heat. Some light heat. Because of this person right here. Okay? This person right here. Velotis tweets out, for over a year, NBA fans have been terrorizing Malika Andrews because of an insane conspiracy theory about her. After months of work, I finally finished my research essay about what it's about and where it's coming from. Please share, it's important. Okay. This is the thumbnail. We got 900,000 views, 3,000 likes, 1,000 retweets. So let's read the thread here. If you're an NBA fan, you probably noticed that anti-Malika posts are suddenly everywhere. Posts that feel not just mean but cruel and hostile. It's because there's a full-on mini Pizzagate conspiracy about her within the NBA community. Pizzagate. Now, for those who don't know what Pizzagate is, this is the first time I'm reading the full thread. Pizzagate is a Hollywood conspiracy about celebrity ring circles and like foul shit. I don't even know if I should have said that just now, but like there's a conspiracy theory about Hollywood celebrities having like rings. That's what Pizzagate is. So first tweet off rip is because there's a full-on mini Pizzagate conspiracy about her within the NBA community. Yes, and I'm not stuttering. I'm not stuttering. That is where he took it. First tweet. Okay? The conspiracy essentially is that Andrews, who is black, hates black men and lives solely to punish black NBA players by mentioning their transgressions on their show. It's a probably laughably false charge, but it's become disturbingly mainstream. Let's see. The movement has been amplified on NBA Twitter by a number of insidious bad faith super spreader accounts because bashing Malika is now an easy way to get likes. There are users who do it constantly, like this asshole. He's one of the absolute worst. Now, this is actually Flight Mike, who has me blocked for other reasons. I do want to see the tweet, though. Let's see if we can pull up the tweet on Firefox. This is the Flight Mike tweet, and I don't even know what the fuck is going on. Malika Andrews is like an encyclopedia of negativity. Oh, shit. Wrong thing, y'all. Wrong thing. 1 second, YouTube. 1 second, chat. Forgive me. I'm choking. All right, here we go.
Court testimony involving a case where his former teammate and another man, they've been indicted for capital murder in the fatal shooting of 23-year-old Jamia Harris in January. The University of Alabama has described Miller as a cooperating witness. How is this factoring, if at all, into how teams are evaluating him?
Yeah, Malika, part of the
I don't think it would be brought up at all if it wasn't for Malika just bringing it up on national television right now.
And vet every player, whether you have the second pick in a draft or
Miller, his name did surface in court testimony.
Okay, so that's the Flight Mike tweet that Velotis was mentioning. Okay. And let's continue on the thread. But because so many NBA fans genuinely believe that Andrews is secretly a racist monster, it's created a permission structure for NBA fans to be as openly and viciously sexist to her as humanly possible. This is not a fringe movement. It's all out there. Malika Andrews, beautiful, and then boom, she starts talking. Let's see. It spread so far so quickly that not only was Malika Andrews viciously booed at the IST Championship Award ceremony, the reaction of NBA Twitter was pure joy. A majority of NBA fans on here are now fully on board with seeing her suffer as much as possible. Absolutely hilarious that Malika Andrews is getting booed. Fucking loser. The harassment this poor woman, has received based on a lie is enraging beyond words. She's received death threats. Her replies have been besieged with horrifyingly racist and sexist insults. She recently had to file a restraining order against a stalker. This was one of the videos that came out during that time. From what I remember, it got like a shit ton of views. Okay. So we gotta talk. What do we gotta talk about? All right, here you go. And yet the online NBA fandom, in its shame, has fully embraced this embracing hate movement. Look at the replies to this tweet about how a lunatic was threatening her safety. Almost none of the comments from NBA fans were even remotely supportive. Malika Andrews recently filed for a restraining order. Okay. Let's see. What's especially horrifying is that Malika Andrews has spoken openly bravely about her struggles with depression. If you're on the fence about her, please watch this clip from NBA Today and truly ask yourself if she really comes off as a vile monster, as the vile monster her critics say she is. I'm not gonna open that because copyright. Okay. Moving on, NBA YouTube is crazy. A big reason for the rise of this movement has been the surge of bonkers YouTube essays about her. YouTube and ESPN have not done a remotely good job of protecting her. Many of these videos are flagrantly bigoted and should be taken down, full stop. Okay. Those videos have been incredibly influential too, unfortunately. See this jaw-droppingly unhinged Des Bryant tweet about her. Almost everything in this tweet, down to even attacking her parents, came straight from the bullshit puppet of ESPN video. So this was the crazy Des Bryant tweet that we also talked about on the pod. Malika Andrews, you went out your way to crucify Brandon Miller on draft day over something he didn't even do. Why haven't you said anything about Josh Giddey? I advise you not to make this a black or white thing. Your parents really raised you wrong, and just because you went to a private school don't make you better. You appeal, and I know you're kind. You're just a puppet. I don't know how a former or current NBA player could sit there across from you and look at you with some kind of respect. Okay? And then where are we in this? Where are we in this? Here's a thumbnail of another one of the most influential YouTube essays against her. I know it's hard to believe, but there are a ton of NBA fans who are genuinely treating the insane horseshit coming out of YouTube about her, and there's tons of it as gospel. It's embarrassing. But here's the kicker. Boom. Let's just keep reading. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep boom, boom. Now he gets on Stephen A. Boom, 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 boom. And at some point, let's keep it a buck gets brought up right here. Right here. Okay. Last thing I want to say is that this is the dumbest fucking conspiracy theory I've ever seen in my life. And I have nothing but the lowest opinion for anyone moronic and gullible enough to fall for this pathetic sexist bullshit. I'm coming away from this research with the opinion that NBA Twitter is unsalvageable and needs to die. Oh my God. Okay. The fact that such a wide and clear majority of users on here could embrace something so mind-numbingly stupid and sexist is just madness. So these are the examples of NBA Twitter. And she uses YouTube, and he uses YouTube thumbnails. All right. So surviving Malika Andrews. Boom. This is from around the association. Malika Andrews exposed by high school classmate for getting finger pop. What? What? Okay. Malika Andrews, a black man's nightmare. And then this is us. It's us. Malika Andrews hate black men. The thumbnail says pure evil. And then this is where Damo had to step in. This is when Damo of Let's Keep It a Buck, my co-host, my business partner, had to step in. Let me pull up his tweets. It was from a couple days ago. And Damo does tweet a lot. So give me a second here, chat. I will bring it up from Damo Damathan's Twitter. Damo Damathan III's Twitter. All right, it was from a couple days ago. And the thread was threading. So here we go. He's talking about the Cowboys. Let's go back. Oh, we're coming on here. We're coming on here. Boom. Okay. I found it. Okay. So he deleted some of the posts. Wait, did he just block me real time? Hold on. Okay, he didn't block me real time. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay. So essentially, Damo quote retweets it saying, well, it's probably no, I don't think I'm blocked. Because if I go here, I can still view his page. Well, it's pretty obvious that you aren't doing any research for real, because you have a video of me and my podmates defending Malika, but claiming we are a part of the problem. I honestly think people like you are the problem. Fake outrage, fake research. Let me go here, boom. Let's go down here. Why can't I see it? What the fuck? Did he delete all the tweets about us? Oh, that's tough. That's tough right there. That's tough right there. I just wanted to see his take. I forgot exactly what he said, but essentially it went along the lines of, yo, it doesn't matter that it was just a thumbnail, and if you actually watch the video, that you are pro Malika Andrews. The fact that y'all are making this video with this title and thumbnail, y'all are still capitalizing off of the trauma, off of the suffering of one Malika Andrews. So with that being said, y'all are still scumbags. And then Damo invited bro to a space, and bro said, hey, spaces is the lamest thing in the world. I am not joining a fucking space. I am not doing that. I'm doing everything and anything but joining a fucking space. So a lot to unpack here. Right? And the first thing I gotta say is this whole situation is funny because we're actually on his side, if anything. It's so interesting because the whole time we were, I think he went extreme with it, calling it Pizzagate, saying the NBA community needs to die. But yeah, the pod was actually on his side in terms of, yo, everyone has to chill on Malika. Y'all don't know how ESPN operates, and if anything, from what we know about production companies, y'all should not be going this hard on Malika Andrews because of the fact that she's just doing her job. She is a teleprompter reader. She is a moderator. There are producers behind her ear telling her what to say, what not to say. There's a whole team that goes into what the fuck is gonna be said on these platforms. It is not just her winging what is going on. That's the funny part. We were actually on their side. But where he fucked up was grouping us in this nasty ass narrative that, that he's talking about. This nasty ass narrative. He's grouping us under this misogynistic people that are just making videos to shit on Malika Andrews wrongfully. And he did it by doing poor research. It takes literally 30 seconds to just click on a video. Yeah, apparently this is a video you spent months working on, but you couldn't spend 5 more minutes out of those months to check your sources and, make sure you're putting the right labels on the right people when you're making big ass claims like they're misogynistic and shit like that. That's a big claim. That's what I hate about the internet nowadays, y'all, and the whole cancel culture shit. Is number one, it doesn't allow for room for people to make mistakes, and number two, people are so quick to just label people. People are so, and that's why on the pod too, I try to be careful as much as I can when it comes to labeling people and talking about people, and talking about people's character when I truly don't know them. But this idea that, just from a title and thumbnail, you are going to make an assumption off of this 4-man podcast and just label them as misogynistic is absolutely insane to me. That's irresponsible journalism. Coming from a dude who's holding this high horse as a dude who apparently is just perfect in terms of journalism. He's the go-to guy for all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I also find it weird that he labeled the pod as whatchamacallit. He labeled that clip as an example of the pod capitalizing on the Malika Andrews hate and I don't know, the hate barrage that Malika Andrews is getting. And yeah, number one, he is just yapping. I don't know if y'all talk about me or him, low-key both at this point, but I have a big problem with it because he's being inconsistent. He is being inconsistent. And I don't even think he realizes that what he's doing is actually the thing that he's mad about. Because his whole problem is people capitalizing on the Malika Andrews hate train, right? Even if it's just a title and thumbnail. Even if it's just, yo, you made this video with a title and thumbnail, but the video is actually pro Malika Andrews. Hey, man, you still made this video and tried to capitalize off the hate. So when you put out a tweet and you lead off with, for over a year, this is what everyone has been talking about with Malika Andrews. I've worked months on this thing. Please share, it's important. And then I go on your channel
for the sake of engendering hostility.
And it's your most viewed video? Is it your most viewed video? Okay, it's not your most viewed video. It's one of your most viewed videos in the last 2 years, it looks like. I'm assuming you're monetized at this point. What is the difference? No, dead ass. What is the difference? And I also hate this argument of, yo, monetization was turned off, so we didn't there wasn't any financial gain from this video. Okay, then I guess any TikTok that gets a shit ton of views just isn't capitalizing on anything because there's no a direct monetization option on that video. You still gain a shit ton of views, a shit ton of publicity, and a shit ton of followers from this video relative to your size. At the end of the day, assuming this is monetized, you still monetized, you still capitalized, you still gained from the so-called hate train on Malika Andrews that you are fighting so hard to fight. Having this moral high ground, shitting on everyone else that's doing it, when, yo, look in the mirror, you're the one actually doing it too. That's you. That's you. You made a tweet that got damn near 1 million views. You're using her name and likeness to promote your video, to package your video. But you're the better man in this instance just because, oh, your title wasn't as, I don't know. It wasn't as provocative as another channel's. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. I will say he has a point on this. He has a point on this. I think creators need to stop acting surprised when people react to titles and thumbnails. I personally do not like it when we have these crazy titles and thumbnails and we get insanely defensive and use the argument of, yo, you didn't watch the video. You didn't watch the video. Not saying it's not a completely valid argument, right? Because on one hand, yes, people do need to read further than the headline. People need more media literacy. So on one side of the token, yes, it is up to the consumer to be more careful, to watch out what you click on, to not spread misinformation, and to look further into certain shit. But on the other hand, on the other side of the token, as the dude who can't control the headline, as the dude who can't control the title and thumbnail, me personally, there is a line to everything. There is a line to everything, right? And creators can't, it's just yo, just watch the video. We got to take some sort of accountability as well. We got to take some sort of accountability as well, because even with the title and thumbnail that we had, you know, we could have done something as simple as putting the whole title in quotes, right? We could have done the whole title in quotes, and we could have at least put out there, yo, this isn't us and our beliefs. This is, you know, the take that everyone has, and that's why we put it in quotes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I will give them that front. Creators need to stop whining when people have a negative reaction to their titles and thumbnails, like you didn't know what you were doing. Because hey, I ain't gonna lie, we knew what we was doing. But on the other side, and also behind the scenes, and if AF is on the line right now, if anyone in the task force group chat is on the stream right now, tell me if I'm lying if I say, yo, I've told people to pull back on certain titles and thumbnails. I've told people to delete certain videos because the title and thumbnail was too extreme. There is a line. There's a line to everything. But I think even with the argument, where he fucked up to me was using a title and thumbnail to put this big label. If it would be one thing if he just looked at that title and thumbnail. Yo, bro, this is fucked up. This is a fucked up title and thumbnail. I don't give a fuck what the video is about. That's a fucked up title and thumbnail. Boom. Done. But for you to make this expose and put us as a group and double down on it and say that this shows, and this is enough evidence for me to put the label on you guys that you guys are misogynistic assholes. That is a crazy label to put on people just because of a title and a thumbnail. That is fucked up. That is fucked up. That's fucked up. So, that's all I gotta say on that. That's all I gotta say on that, bro. Trying to have this high moral high ground for no fucking reason, bro. Like, Jesus Christ. And I would even argue there's still a net positive to, I don't know, our video getting 13,000 views, 20,000 views because of a salacious thumbnail, people clicking on it and watching our argument, people clicking on it and debating in the comment section that, you know, and just giving them the opportunity to learn something. Even if it's rooted, if the title and thumbnail was rooted in hate, but that was the outcome, I would still say there's a net positive in that than just putting up a PC title and thumbnail that's gonna get you 2,000 views, and now the reach of your message was not did not maximize its reach. Even though it was a really good message, it did not maximize its reach because of what? Because of what? You know what I'm saying? Like that's such an ass argument.